tournament link dissident. Assalamualaikum everyone, and I'm Nido. Welcome to Bangladesh Royal Championship Season 3, Day 3. This tournament is hosted by BDX team and sponsored by BDX team. So y'all make sure to show some love. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to join the Discord server and links are provided down below. Make sure to show some support to this PUBG community. We're trying to release monthly tournaments, and not only that, we're trying to do monthly events, as many as possible, so that our players have something to play around with, and our players can always stay active. Always have a reason for that. But today we're back again. Yesterday we saw hit Discord live, and now today I'm expecting Team Kawa to play usually better than usual team, because normally they do get their games up within the day 2 and day 3 range. And same goes for Welcome to Minas. They also always pulls their numbers when it comes to day 2 and day 3. But Farabi Pranto already landed a kill. Nice kill from Farabi Pranto early on. Interesting drop location from Team Dub for the win. They picked Hospital, and the Continental picking Kangyang. Team Nighthawks chose Airport, while Team BDX Viper, one of the players, chose Terminal. BDX Obsidian just looting random buildings, and yeah, the players are looking like they have picked their spot for the time being. Some players are already going for the cars, probably looking for an early rotation, but we can expect a fight over here between BDX Viper versus BD versus Kawa. This fight can happen any second now. Obi is just far away. Royce Obi, you can see that bullets are already being exchanged. Deadshot took quite a bit of hits. Xiaomil. Savage Jamil, the Team Kawa rookie, needs to pull his weight today. Still, they're trying to take TPP while Tintin BD playing PP. Interesting choice from Tintin BD. I continue just knocked out Silver Main with the Panzer. Tropsky Mater knocked out. Welcome to Minas versus BD71 Esports. Kind of close right now. Welcome to Minas closed in the gap. Mac has 75 going for a revive on Silver Main. Very sneaky revive right there. Currently, Team Bravo versus Team Viper going very slow. Assassino versus Deadshot. They're trying to go for exchange. Cyanide is going for a silent flank right here, we can see. Still looting though. The question is, when will he make his look position towards the enemy? So far, he's just looting without giving away his position while Royale Skywalker is trying to spot out Cyanides. Cyanide needs to be careful right now. If he gives away his position, there's no surprise factor left from Team Kawa. And Team All Guys Club already making their rotation. I like the rotation play they're doing right now. They've gone by in the match, and they're already going for the rotation. And BDX Z4 is doing the same thing. I like what they're doing. They're not wasting time around. Teams like BDX Viper and Team Kawa does have the chance to waste time around because they're already inside the zone phase 1. So they can take some time and engage in a few fights, but probably gotta make sure they're already going for the rotation. Because without that, they won't be able to get an advantageous hard cover as a building. So nice knockout from Savage Jamil on Assassino. Clean headshot right there. Can they take advantage of it? Maybe not, as Ash Holby goes for an instant revive. Welcome to Mina slowly chewing down BD71 Esports on the other side. Nice knockout from Route Skywalker to Cyanide. Cyanide made a huge mistake going for the cross. And BDX Viper wasting no time, instantly going for the finish. They do realize Cyanide is a very important player, and Route Skywalker instantly got the finish though. Assassino and Ashelby didn't need to risk their own skins to get that finish right there. Now Team Kawa certainly feels the pressure. They have lost a player, very important player. They in fact lost their IGL. Gotta be thinking what they can do about this situation right now. BDX Viper wasting no time, instantly going for that different flank. Applying pressure from a different flank. That's LB Monster with Panzer behind his back. That is a very dangerous weapon. Indian BD holding on to the roof, nice positioning. You gotta be careful though. And from enemy from a long distance can spot him. LB Monster just nearly connects the Panzer to Indian BD. Just barely misses it out. Unfortunately, a huge waste of a Panzer right there. But hopefully we'll have something better to do right now. Indian BD needs to be careful. People can do see you bad. Situations like this, if Alvin Monster or a person can go behind that blue wall, they can easily take down BD. All they have to do is go behind that blue wall, behind the barn. That blue wall is enough of an extension. Oh my god, that Continental has been annihilated by BDX Z-Force. We just missed out. Probably one of the cleanest annihilations right there. And hopefully we won't be missing out any more battles from them. BDX Z Force surprising me today with their sudden kill streak. But BDX Z Force does need to go for a recall on Wild Ripper. Alvin Monster cannot mess around with the time anymore. He goes for a push. And Team BD71 is for President by Soma main finishes off. Nice push from Ash. Alvin Monster. Careful, nice knockout. 2 7 shots. Whiskey takes down 7 shots. Monster takes down Team Bitty. And Team Tower has been eliminated and dominated by BDX Viper. What a game from Alvin Monster, Agent Whiskey, and Rad Skywalker. What a play from them. What a play. Congratulations to BDX Viper for finally winning over that fight that they were waiting for, and they finally got it. And now they cannot celebrate anymore, as they do see themselves at the middle of the circle, and they do need to make sure they fortify themselves.
ফাইট কিন্তু এক্সট্রিম লেভেলের একটা ফাইট ছিল, এটা এক্সট্রিম লেভেলের একটা ফাইট ছিল। গতকালকে ওরা করলো, আজকে এরা করলো, এই কারণে ইন্টারেস্টেড ছিলাম বেশি। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, সেরা ছিল, সেরা সেরা।
Nobody can predict who's going to win the fight. That is the best part. We have never confirmed who will be the confirmed winner, and that is the best part about this kind of matches. We never know who will be the winner, and we are always intrigued to find out which team will come out on top at the end of the day. Reg, nice kill on Suskito right there. Blitz Alpha slowly racking up kills.
What a shot!
With a clean body shot on Xenon. Takes him out at the mid-air while driving the play. What a play there. That is a gamer right there. Malufu is like a gamer right there. That is a gamer shot right there. That was a clean gamer shot. What a play from Malufu. Love that shot from Malufu. Clean shot from the mid-air. Malufu target. Now we can see knocked him before. Frenzy finally realize they have been avoiding fight for quite a bit now, and they finally need to engage more and more if possible. If they just got knocked out by Dead Blast, Team Frenzy aren't hoping to pressurize them out of nowhere, hopefully. Since Team Frenzy is in a very fragile position, I normally like to call this part of the very fragile because there's multiple open space and there are multiple dead ground. You can see Team NHK, basically Team Nighthawks, is in a position where every place is shootable. Every location is shootable in their position. Like the barn is completely open. They do not have any hard cover and they are taking damage because of that reason. That barn is basically a suicide building, to say the least. If you brought your teammate over there, you probably want your team to die in that situation. The barn isn't the easiest to hold type of buildings. It's one of the hardest buildings to hold either way because all the positions are open, as you can see in the screen. From the back, from the front, and from everywhere. Barn is shootable from every direction. And that is why barn is very dangerous and very hard to hold or camp inside. BDX Viper, after that magnificent gameplay against Team Kawa, I'm hoping for BDX Viper to pull that once more because they are making a comeback right now. So far, BDX Z Force is going for a rotation at the bottom of the map. And I saw that BDX Z Force might go for a fight in the blue zone. The fight could happen. Nice break from careful. Nice headshot right there. Take advantage of it. Nice knockout right there on Rupak. Enemy of no silence steals the kill. Teamed up for the win again, stealing kills right there. Perfect kill stealers, by the way. In tournament, kill steal is, I would personally say, better than getting chicken dinner. If you can have 6 kill steals, then you didn't take risk for 6 fights, and you still ended up getting 6 points for just stealing kills, and that is obviously a chicken dinner worth point right there. If you didn't know the leaderboard, if you get a chicken dinner, that's 6 points. So if you can rack up 6 kills, that's 6 points too. So it doesn't matter if it's a kill steal or not. As long as it is a kill, you are getting points for your team. And this is tournament after all. No players are playing for themselves. This is about teamwork. This is about teamwork, and this is about glory. So far, the fight has reached to a stalemate, where I can see Blitz. Blitz staying strong, still alive. Represent goes for knockout on NHK Sakib. SK Sakib instantly finished off by Mirmahin 2. It's a bad luck being caught out right there. SK Sakib needs to be careful with his positioning. Dying multiple times in this tournament because of bad positioning doesn't look good. Now NHK is about to engage Blitz on the other side, behind the wall, field. We're about to see the fight happen any moment right now, as Hotshot is trying to find a position, take the shot. Needs to be careful right now. Hitman didn't spot Hitman, obviously. But shots from the 18 does spot Hitman and takes down Hitman. Now, Sotkia is the final player alive from Team Nighthawks. Needs to be careful right now. Blizz Alpha being very dominant. Sotkia versus shots from the 18, and nice kill from shots from the 18. Completely annihilates Team Nighthawks right there with that clean body and headshot combination. Good play from shots from the 18. And Wild Ripper is already back in action and takes down Saint Villain instantly. Wild Ripper just died early on, if you remember correct. Took the Continentals, Ashraful if I'm not wrong. And Excalibur takes down Reza. And Team BDX Obsidian is currently being dominated by Team Z-Force. At the open, they need to be careful because they are being completely obliterated at the open. What is this positioning? I have no idea. Why is Reza at the middle? Why is Villain at the middle? Why are they at the open ground, open dead ground by the way, without any cover from a tree or a rock? They have no cover, and iFlying just finished off Reza. Nice finish right there. Reza is a dangerous player. Excalibur trying to find out a kill that he knocked out previously, and Team BDX Obsidian doesn't seem good anymore for them. The situation is just turning worse as more time passes by. As Wild Ripper just finished off Saint Villain. BDX Force still playing very strong. All they have to do is be consistent. They cannot be overconfident. They always lose because of their overconfidence. All they have to do is keep the composure. Blue Boss, the final player alive from BD Falcon. Maluku took down his teammate. Blue Boss completely helpless, caught already in the open. It is the case as Nocti before finishes up Blue Boss. Only 10 teams remaining. Our top 10, and Blitz Hydra has been eliminated. And what Team Syndicate has just annihilated. Welcome to madness, and we kind of missed out on that fight. Extremely sorry about that situation. The Team Syndicate has just pulled off a sleeper of a fight. Now they're about to take fight against winner. That is the question. Nice knockout from Noob Mal on Wild Ripper. Also got knocked out from the zone, and Wild Reaper got finished off. And nice knockout from Joker 1820 on no Noobmal. And Team Z Force starting to realize that these enemies aren't ready to be taken. Spots out the enemy Shadow 4412. Nice spray from I. Be greedy on the kills right there, but does go for the finish. Good play right there, but needs to be careful. Goes for the extruder, misses and fluffs his shot, and iFlank pays it back instantly. Nice recoil control once again from iFlank. And Extruders gets finished off by Joker 1820, and this shit isn't looking good. And Syndicate once again as Team BDX Z-Force are extremely strong. Joker 1820 pressurized from Farabi Pranto. Nice knockout from Ice on Noobmal, and Joker 1820 needs to capitalize on this takedown. And nice kill from Joker 1820. No, it was taking down a different player. I plan go for a finish, and now Team BDX Z-Force has annihilated Team Syndicate right there, and Team BDX Z-Force has 10 kills. They are on a kill. What a play from iFlank. Probably it's pissed off since because of yesterday's poor lackluster performance, he might be biting his hands off just because of getting that kill. He probably is kill hungry and chicken dinner hungry. So we literally saw a hungry iFlank in action right there. And now we can see Alpha about to take place any second right now. As Alpha Monster from a different flank, from the back, took down Hotshot. Now Blitz Alpha is being pressurized from two different teams from the middle. They are currently not having the best of the situation. And pressurized at the middle from Alvin Monster. Just was Alvin Monster, but Alvin Monster takes damage from the careful. Matasik tried to press it from the back, but Matasik takes the hit and knock you before it gets too low. Knock you before it needs to or else Team Frenzy will be eliminated and is eliminated. That shot from the 18 clutches on both Matasik and knock you before. What a carry from shot from the 18. He's going all out today. He is carrying his team all the way to the chicken dinner, or all the way to the victory, you could say the least. Like, he isn't stopping right now. Back too many kills at Rob Skywalker. Just knocked out his own teammate with the car. What a play from Rob Skywalker, and it gets his own car destroyed too in the process. See, Obsidian just hiding inside the bushes. Cat and mouse goes for the kill shot inside the bush. I'm not sure if that was the smartest. I think shots from the 18 heard that. He's gone. All shots from the 18 needs to do is look at this bush. How is Whisper even alive inside this bush? What is this play, man? I don't even understand. Shots from the 18 probably already trying to seek out the player that's hiding inside the bush. Now Excalibur getting knocked out by Assassino. BDX Viper versus BDX Z-Force. Taking place. Knockout from iFlank right there. Clean headshot from iFlank. Another knockout on Assassino. iFlank is carrying BDX Z-Force today. iFlank is on the go tonight. What is wrong with him? He's going all out with 5 kills and Excalibur with 4 kills. To revive Excalibur as fast as possible. That is a very dangerous Fragger to be let down from their team. They need to go for that instant revive, but iFlank is too busy to get that finish on Assassino. iFlank needs to be careful on that finish. Goes for the finish. Nice. And now needs to go for the revive as fast as possible. No, Joker is going for the support play. Nice revive from Joker, but could have done it early on. Alvin Monster currently pissed off probably because of the situation his team has created of not being able to fight off Team BDX Z-Force. Alvin Monster is at the open in between all the players, taking shots from every different direction, but currently he's very helpless and completely unlucky with his situation of not having any single teammates alive. Not even Nafi69 is alive. This isn't looking good for BDX Viper. They're taking shots from different directions right now. They might be the first team to get eliminated. Alvin Monster isn't careful, and Alvin Monster gets taken down by Joker 1820, and BDX Viper has been eliminated. And now Blizz Alpha versus BDX Z-Force and BDX Obsidian is going for a top 3. I cannot believe Whisper is still alive. How is Whisper alive? How is BDX Obsidian alive? What is this thing? Why? Last time we saw Reza X9 pull something like this, and this time Whisper is pulling exactly a similar hide and seek cat and mouse gameplay. What is going on? Like, what? Why would you do that? Whisper just completely threw the match for his team right there. What was this gameplay from Whisper? That isn't even tournament level gameplay. I'm so confused right now. That was just a low IQ gameplay. I'm really sorry to say this, but shots from the 18 with 7 kills is getting me mad right now. My brain cannot compensate about the situation. How dominant shots from the 18 and iFlank has been throughout this match in Diego. They have been dominating for so long that they each have 7 kills with their belt. Probably going for that Predator and that Reaper record in tournament, which isn't possible. They're going for that medal. Excalibur needs to be careful. This is a very dangerous ridge. If he crosses that, he would be at the open for shots from the 18, and I wouldn't like to be caught open the shots from the 18's fire. That is very dangerous. Currently, Team BDX Z-Force doesn't have the best of positionings if you think about it. Most of the map control is done by Blizz Alpha. Blizz Alpha and BDX Z-Force going for the top 2 fight, 3 versus 3. Who will be the winner? That is the biggest question right now. Though BDX Z-Force has the high ground advantage, but Blizz Alpha does have the map control. So if Blizz Alpha doesn't get knocked out, if all the players can keep safe and play for their own without getting knocked out, then this is a confirmed victory for BDX Alpha. iPlan needs to be careful. Got his best completely destroyed. The one-shot level. iPlan instantly healed himself up. Joker is at a very good position right now, trying to push out the enemy, dig out the enemy from the extremely weird location positioning. Obviously, I'm calling it weird because it is weird for the Z-Force part. Just the more weird it is, the more harder it will be for BDX Z-Force to dig the enemy out. So, this weird gameplay, yes, this is very good gameplay right there. This is the good weird stuff, not the bad weird stuff. Malufu at a different position too. I love Blitz Alpha's gameplay. They have the perfect map control, by the way. Every direction. And I'm so confused. Why isn't anyone covering that Joker 1820? But they did get the knockout, but they did ended up losing Joker 1820 in the process. But they were able to finish off Sash from the 18. That is a very dangerous player they just took down. That is a trait I like. That is a trait I like. That is a trait I like very much. Now this fight is actually very closer than we can actually imagine right now. This fight is getting more and more interesting by the time. Now Malufu versus Excalibur versus iFlank. Who will take this chicken dinner with them? They are fighting for this chicken right now. Shots. Very infamous. Oh, nice head shot from Excalibur. That was the game changer. 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 And all Excalibur needs to do is keep himself calm. All they need to do, all iFlank and Excalibur needs to do is stay calm. Stay calm. Let the enemy try to pressurize himself and get himself killed. You don't need to go for the finish. You don't need to go for the pressure. Nothing. It's a 1v2 situation. The fight is still winnable for Blitz Alpha. So all the enemy BDX Z-Force has to do is just play and calm down. They do not need to go for any kind of weird play. Just let the enemies think you're completely unpredictable. And that's all you want right now. Spiss must be completely mad right now. Only enemy that could probably help him take this victory, but now and BDX Z-Force instantly makes a mistake on driving so weird. What is going on? They're going for drop loots, random drop loots, rather than going for the fight. iFlank does have the AWM and nice body shot right there from iFlank, but needs to be careful right now. This position isn't the best for BDX Z-Force. takes a couple of shots, survives, and cannot risk those shots. Good map control from BDX Force, instantly pressurizing and taking the middle part of the circle. Perfect play from BDX Force right now. They completely switched over the table for playing this game calm and being composed. That will get them the victory. Spisk, all he has to do is just trace. I'm not even sure how to win this match without knocking someone out. Knock someone out. And Excalibur needs to be careful. He nearly got knocked out, but nearly knocked out Fizz too. And Fizz gets killed off by the zone. BDX Force with 16 kills, 10 assists, 2,400 damage. They just got their holy roll of a victory with Chicken Dinner by their side. They are confirmed to win this tournament if they keep this gameplay up. What a gameplay from BDX Force with Joker 1820. 1 kill up. I'm confused, but Excalibur with 5 kills, iFlank with 8 kills, and Wild Reaper with 2 kills. I kind of understand why Joker couldn't get kills. He probably played the support positioning. But either way, Team Force were extremely dominating. Loved their gameplay right there. And Blitz Alpha, they had the perfect map position, map control, everything. Only Malufu had to take that headshot and get knocked out, and shots from the 18 had to take that headshot at the last moment and get knocked out. If shots from the 18 survived, the fight could have been completely different. The tables could have completely been different. But either way, Blitz Alpha, well played to you, as shots from the 18 got 7 kills. Extremely dominating player right there. BDX Obsidian, obviously, I'm so surprised as Whisper was able to survive throughout that many enemies. He outranked Old Guys Club, Frenzy, BDX Viper, and Team Syndicate all by himself, surviving all by himself. BDX Viper also pulling that 4v4 against Team Kawa, and well played to BDX Viper. Now we're going for a short break. We'll be coming back with the match number 2 very soon, so stay tuned and stay on the live, guys. Okay, guys, welcome back to Bangladesh Royal Championship Season 3. This is the match number 2 of today's tournament. I'm Needhoff, and this tournament is hosted by BDX team and sponsored by BDX team. So, y'all make sure to show some love to them and their community. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the and and already we can see Noob Mal just knocked out just looting in the open without realizing how excited instantly paid the ultimate price. I was in between in the introduction as I was saying this tournament is being sponsored by BDX team and also this tournament is being hosted by BDX team. So make sure to show some love to the community. Make sure to join the community. The link is down below in the description. So y'all make sure to show some love, okay? We're doing monthly tournaments and not only that, monthly events for the players in PUBG Bangladesh community. So we are trying to make sure this community is growing and flourishing someday, eventually. But for now, we're about to introduce ourselves to Team Dub for the win versus Team Syndicate. Despite it's quite close right now, Exai, the veteran player, getting knocked out and finished off very early on in this match. Quite confusing, but that's luck right there. Tournament isn't about which player is the best or which player can have the stronger gun power. Tournament is about having the better positioning, having the better IQ, having the better rotation. Those are the ones that count. And obviously, the gun power does count. We know that, but let's be honest. How much can your gun power push you if you have a bad team, right? Because in a proper 4v4 gunfight, your team is going to likely lose to a stronger team if they have the powerful gunfight. So having the positioning will be the game changer 90% of the time. Team BDX 71 Esports having multiple stinkers of matches and multiple stinkers of days. I'm really not sure if they can even make the comeback to top 10 at this point. I haven't seen the leaderboard for a while, but I don't expect them to stay around top 10 either. The zone circle at a very interesting circle location. I have no predictions for the circle right now because it's quite way too early for a prediction. Whisper last round survived till top 3, which was very impressive from BDX Obsidian right there. But Whisper did give away his position actively. I was surprised shots from the 18 couldn't figure his position out earlier on because of giving those sound cues he gave away. But that was Whisper's luck. And we can already see Team Blitz, GTR Kazuha already going for a rotation along with Suskito. Team Syndicate versus Team Dub for the win. Still at a stalemate since we last left them off. And HK Saki just finished off Deadshot FTW with a grenade. But now we can see NHK Saki teammate Rupa, the hitman, being finished off. They need to be careful right now. He's also knocked out. Team Kawa is currently feeling the pressure. Tintin BD has been finished off. Team Kawa might get eliminated early once again if they're not careful. It's a 2v2 situation right now between Team Night. Savage Jamil flops his shots, but he still manages to get the rotation. And nice flank from Savage Jamil. Clean kill on Evil Spray YT finishes off Cyanide, and this isn't looking good for Savage Jamil anymore. Can Savage Jamil pull off a 1v4 situation, or else Team Kawa will be eliminated instantly? The victory was short lived. Now they're instantly being pressurized by a different team. Savage Jamil making a beeline towards the recall. Will he go for the recall? That is the question. If he gives away the recall sound cue, that could be dangerous. Enemies might pursue him towards that direction. And Savage Jamil is just running away at the situation. Or is he going for the recall? Team BD71 Esports playing very passive for some reason. They did not probably keep an eye on the killing list. Now, Evil Spray White, he did finish off Cyanide early on. Still trying to seek out the other player. Savage Jamal just scaring away from Beat 71 Esports. It's kind of understandable. You don't want to risk your team's whole ranking and placement picking a fight with a couple of players who completely outnumber you at this situation. Kawa obviously with a stinger of a startup. Unfortunately, once again, they lost most of their players to the team Nighthawks. One of the players to Evil Spray YT. We just saw Team Syndicate knocking out each other with the car. Barbie Brownton knocking out his own teammate. They're trying to seek out the enemy. Meanwhile, he needs to be careful on playing with that FPP mod. If enemy is camping anyone nearby, he will be the first one to get killed off. Next side, let's see call back. Those Team Syndicate heard that recall sound, but kind of late. They can't do anything about the recall. They cannot stop the recall from happening, even if they go and attack the enemy with the car. We can see BDX Obsidian finally reaching the rotation. iFlank has already landed a kill on Fisk. And BDX Z4 still racking up kills. BDX Z4 is fighting Blitz Alpha. I would love to see that fight. At the top right map. Right. Yes. Fight is very close right now. Fight is actually outside of the zone. So the question is, are they trying to put full fight or are they just trying to go for seems like the fight has already come to an end as Blitz Alpha doesn't want to continue the fight and it seems like Wild Reaper is offline. This is bad news for BDX Z Force. The fight was seemed like the fight was about to happen. They were very close to one another in the minimap. It's fine. Wild Reaper is currently offline, as you can see. Can't see his location. Seems like while without Wild Reaper, BDX Z Force will be playing in a handicap situation, in a 3v4 situation. Most of the fight throughout the second round. Weekend isn't the best kind of map for 3v4 situations. You don't want to be outnumbered, especially in tournaments at least. Destroying each and every car in their way if they do not want the enemy to get inside of the zone. If they cannot get the kill on the enemy outside of the zone, then the enemy don't deserve to get outside of the zone either. So they're just destroying every car nearby so that Blitz obliquely gets messed up. I'm kind of surprised Savage Jamil is still at Chronic waiting for recalling his teammates. Team Kawa, fortunately had a very stinger of a startup, even though Savage Jamil did go for a hero flank and did pull 2 kills instantly, getting them the win. But unfortunately, he couldn't even celebrate the win as Cyanide was taken down by Evil Spray YT instantly after that fight ended. BD71 Esports with a smart rotation as they were able to find EP. It's quite rare to find EP when you actually need it outside of the zone in tournaments. I knew usually never find ones. So yeah. Syndicate with one kill. Noobmal getting that kill on Excite early on. Team Syndicate needs to be careful with their positioning because they're still outside of the zone, which is risky. They're wasting time outside of the zone. They need to go inside of the zone as fast as possible and take cover for hard cover. While River finally gets finished off for the zone. Viper. So Mirmahin loading his car. Takes shots at the fight break. Unlucky. Got away with his car. Fight close right now. Alvin Monster trying to go for a pressurizing push against Team Syndicate. As Lotau's grenade, but doesn't help. Now he needs to be careful on that BRDM situation and the grenade situation. Just connect, but Alvi Monster again needs to be careful. This mistake, if he pushes in the building, he needs to go for the sound cue. Noobmal is right behind them. Doesn't mean he won't be shot from the back. Exactly that happened, and Noobmal finishes off Alvi Monster. Shadow Devil full one. BDX Viper is happening. Alvi Monster. Unfortunate bad luck for his side. Great toss from Assassino. Assassino can do is hope for the grenade, but unfortunately the grenade doesn't do anything to Noobmal, and Assassino also gets finished off by Noobmal probably. Ross Skywalker instantly comes in to save his teammate. Assassino, if possible. Ross Skywalker cannot be wasting time right now. Nice shotgun shot. Nice shot right there and finishes off Noobmal instantly. Noobmal should have gone for the finish on Assassino. He should have understood that he won't be getting any more kills because he was being pressurized. He heard that sound cue, but unfortunately he couldn't take advantage of the sound cue for some weird reason. Either way, good play from Noobmal. Alvin Monster was a very dangerous player, and somehow Assassino still gets finished off. Um, I have no idea how Assassino got finished off, probably by the zone or something. But now BDX Viper has a very real plot armor by their side. That is a BRDM. That is a very dangerous card to have, especially in tournament. That is the most dangerous thing to have. And TPP with BRDM is dangerous. Farabi Pranto, the last player surviving from Team Syndicate. I'm not even sure how Farabi Pranto is still alive for this long. But if Welcome to Minas or Welcome to Madness figures out Farabi Pranto's location, he will be shot. A nice headshot from Farabi Pranto. What a headshot. What a composure holding. Finishes off a very important player. Sova main instantly gets finished off by Farabi Pranto, and I think 13 isn't looking really good, and his situation has completely turned over as Madcap 75 and I think 13 are left without Sova main. They were not expecting Farabi Pranto to be out of nowhere in that open building. And now Madcap 75 goes for a beeline, pressurizing Farabi Pranto if possible. But I'm not sure if this is the smartest of choices because this is phase 3, 1 minute 30 seconds, and phase 4 is about to hit. I'm not sure if staying outside of the zone and this far away would be the best choice to make just to get one single kill. But at the same time, the recall is very close to, so if they can finish off Farabi Pranto, they can go for the recall. Oh my god, Farabi Pranto completely bluffs the shot on Madcap 75. Pranto still goes for multiple shots, but bluffs again. Too many bluff shots. And now the train is coming by. And oh my god, Madcap 75 knocks out Atik 13 with his car. Does Farabi Pranto even understands? Can Trying to take that advantage. He's going for that advantage if possible. Goes for a grenade throw, doesn't connect. Pranto gets caught in the open instantly by Arctic 13. Oh no, Radcam 75 catches him in the open, but Arctic 13 gets knocked out by the zone. Arctic 13 should have gone for the heal, but he did not. Now he won't even survive the phase 4 because the phase 4 will instantly take his ass down as soon as he gets revived. So extremely huge mistake from Arctic 13's side, and he won't be revived or recalled because it seems like the phase 5 won't be very easy to get a recall on. Zylan gets a knockout on Sir Zeus, and Team Frenzy having a very slow match right now, playing to the edge of the zone, and Team Z Force at the same time. As you can see, I told you, Arctic 13 got finished out by the zone. He made a huge mistake when it came to not healing himself in the first stage. When it was phase 3, he had his chance. He didn't take his chance, and now he's finished off, causing his tournament buddies and his team another chicken dinner. And Team Gawa is finally back in action as Savage Jamil is taking damage from every different location. Savage Jamil barely survives, licking his wound below 50% hit points. Savage Jamil is running as fast as possible, but he is running towards a bunch of enemies alongside his teammates too, but bunch of enemies. Be careful, BDX Viper were the team that eliminated their team completely last match. It's about to happen again. BDX Viper versus Team Gawa 3. So far, they're 1-for-1. Both of the team has one win on each of them. And now, today, we're about to see the third fight also, possibly. Obviously, if the players are into the engage, that is. Alpha Monster is back in action. Rod Skywalker, Whiskey, Assassino. 4 very dangerous player versus Savage Jamil, Tintin BD, Deadshot FTW. Cyanide wasn't revived, kind of understandable. Evil Spray YT did finish off Cyanides. Cyanides is actually revived. Didn't notice that. Just wanted him to do something, I guess. And now BDX Z Force on the opposite end of the map has a control over total 3-story building. Saint Villain needs to be careful. He will be spotted out in the open by Joker 1820. This Hydra has been eliminated by Blitz Alpha. Saint Villain is trying to cook a grenade. If he connects, he gets the whole enemy team, but barely survives. The Saint Villain is in a big problem right now. He's Saint Villain completely missed out on that grenade, and everybody from except for is throwing nades at him left, right, and center. And Saint Villain instantly gets back up from his teammates, but this doesn't seem alright. Esports is a very dangerous team. Reza Extran already holding a TPP. And Deadshot knocks out Alvin Monster. And Assassino knocks out Tintin BD, but knocks out Cyanide. That was about to go down once again. Joker knocks out Saint Villain. Fight going all over the place. Human places on the stage and Savage Jamil back to the zone. And we can see Assassino taking and finishing off Tintin BD. Now Deadshot will be back in action, finishes off Skywalker and almost knocking out. Neil clutches and finishes off Assassino. Nice knockout over the taking shots from multiple different directions, and his BRDM is extremely low. He needs to save that BRDM if he wants. Teammates are already finished off, and he's the final player surviving over here. Assassino was left behind to Deadshot. The BDX Z Force is currently having an extremely stinker of a fight. If you think about it, they lost all of their players instantly, except for one. And BRDM is barely alive, so any players who wants to take shot will finish off that BRDM, unfortunately. BDX Obsidian having a sleeper of a match right now. Reza X9 was able to finish off a very dangerous player, high flying from BDX Vibe and Z4. And Deshaw finally finishes off Assassino. And now Charlie BDF from Balance Falcon, Downtown Excalibur. Team Z Force under a lot of pressure right now. Joker 18 will be the final player Z Force anymore for Team Z Force right now. This is completely bad. Joker 18-20. Left flank. He'll be taking shots. He bluffed his shot at the Charlie BDF, but needs to be careful on the finish right there. Joker 1820 doesn't really care. He wants to go for the finish on the bullet ball. Oh, nice finish right there. Finally, Team BDX Z4 gets eliminated for being too unlucky when it came to positioning, especially that grenade from Saint Villain completely ruined. Oh, nice. And BDX Obsidian, Roy Sobi with a sleeper of a match out of nowhere, coming in front of Charlie BDF and finishing off Charlie BDF. That doesn't look good for Diamond Sparkman anymore. And BDF fight break takes multiple body shots from Roy Sobi. I'm wondering why he stopped taking shots at fight break though. And Whisper just finishes off bite break. And Joker 1820 gets a finish on counter attack. Joker 1820 racked up as many kills as possible just before getting knocked out and finished off himself. Well played to Joker 1820. He did as much as possible for the time being, at least, for the team. They had a stinger of a match compared to the last match, but at least they were able to get some kills before getting finished off. They survived till top 7, but really that doesn't matter if you think about it. Top 7 probably doesn't even get you 1 point on the leaderboard, so they're not getting any placement points. At least they're getting the respects for surviving that long. Yeah, teamed up for the win, going for a push. Exactly, you shouldn't go for a push in the dead ground, and Revenant just finishes off not to. The old guys club has been eliminated, but they need to be careful. Excite got knocked out, and they're risking their teammate. And instantly, Excite gets finished off once again in the tournament as Madcap 75 finishes off Excite with a clean headshot with minute 14 on his head. And a BDX Obsidian with only 1 player down. Reza X9 with 1 kill, Whisper with 3 kills, and Roy Sobi with 2 kills. They are having a sleeper of a match. BDX Obsidian making a comeback out of nowhere. They're having the best match right now in the whole tournament. At least their personal best, team's personal best match. Madcap 75, final player alive from Welcome to Madness. Welcome to Madness, probably in a very dire situation, realizing they lost 2 of the best players of their team. And they're already short by 1 player. They're already having a 3v4 situation. Now it's a 1v4 situation, and he's taking shots from Evil Spray Whitey, who's trying to go for blind shots at Madcap. Actual speed just knocks out Reza X9 with a clean headshot. And iContinue just blasted off Revenant. Nice kill there from iContinue. Finally racking up some kills. B71 Esports slowly getting back into the match. Currently, if we go to the map, we can see BD71 Esports has the middle of the circle. All they have to do is hold on to the buildings. Do not let enemies come close nearby and close the distance for a close range fight. If they are able to hold and control the distance between enemy and control that ground of hard cover, they are going to completely win this tournament because the zone is completely favoring them. They're going to win this round if they are able to do what I say. They need to control the buildings. They cannot let the buildings go to the enemies. That is the case. Just like yesterday, what we saw at Miramar in the first match, where Dub for the Win was controlling the whole building for themselves, and they were able to get the chicken dinner. So this is the same case right now. You can see the map the BD71 Esports literally at the middle of the zone, and there are multiple high grounds that they have to get cover from. But this is the main, exam where BD71 Esports and Team Dub for the Win are completely two different teams. Now the question is BD71 Esports Team Dub for the Win level? That is the main question, because Team Dub for the Win were certainly strong enough and smart enough to pull the chicken dinner yesterday, and BD71 is about to face the same situation. Madcap 75, the final player alive from that team. Unlike other players, he's smart enough to not give away multiple sound cues, but he did pick up kills, but survive his situation. Can Madcap survive longer than Whisper? That is the main question, though. I don't think so, because the situation favors a lot of different teams, but it doesn't seem like it favors Welcome to Madness, though, as BK Asik takes control of more of a high ground. And now Madcap 75 is being closed in. Madcap 75 might take some shot from Mir Mahin. Oh, no, he doesn't. And Madcap 75 is away his position, running around in the open. What is going on? And Madcap 75 gives away his position and gets finished off by Mir Mahin. And Welcome to Madness has been eliminated instantly. Nice play. And Whisper. R9071 knocks out Roy Sobi. BDX Obsidian with final player alive. Reza X9, the final player alive. They need to be careful. BDX Obsidian, the mints of being completely eliminated. Oh my god, BDX Obsidian, what is wrong for the revive? And he did not go for the revive, unfortunately. Knocks out Roy Sobi instantly. What a play from Tofik from that different direction, and I continue gets knocked out. And BD71 Esports is completely losing their advantages, high ground and the low ground, and every ground they had, the map. They're losing everything. They're playing the game whole wrong. They're not coordinating with one another. The team is all over the place, and they're about to pay for that mistake of not having a proper IGL or not having a proper coordination between four of the players. And you can see this is the complete difference between a rookie and a complete esports team. As you can see, the Continental is taking advantage of BD71's mistakes, and that's how you know. That's how you're supposed to play a tournament. You're not supposed to take head-on fights. You're supposed to pay enemies for their mistakes. That is how you play a tournament. And now you can see BD71 Esports had the best position, had the best buildings, had the best everything, at the mercy of enemy teams. Bunch of enemy teams are dominating them from different directions, as Aisha Speed knocks out R971, and this is looking worse and worse. The more time goes by, the more the situation is getting worse for everybody. It's about nearly got knocked out for the fire. I continue barely surviving with 1 HP, but R971 still knocked out. Tofik not pressurizing them from a different direction is not looking good either. Tofik needs to pressurize Reza X9 if possible from the different direction. That is the only way BD71 Esports has a chance to survive this situation. And Royce Obi gets instantly done by Evil Spray YT as he goes for a shot. Nice shot from Evil Spray YT, but unfortunately he gets knocked out too with the grenade. Nice headshot from Icon, and a clean headshot right there, and Reza X9 gets obliterated with that headshot right there. Icon is barely keeping his team alive. Once again, Reza X9 having a very stinger of a match right now. But unfortunately, the close distance was the shotgun's advantage. start on the most fights. Now we can say I should be knocked out Mirmahin. Teamed up for the win at the same time. BD71 Esports. BD71 Esports versus teamed up for the win. Who will be the winner of the second round? That is the main question right now. RF1971 needs to go for a painkiller or something, but he doesn't have any boosts or heal himself with. And now BDX Ashik goes for a finish with Mirmahin on Mirmahin. The BRDM, but BRDM nearly gets off, and BX instantly gets inside the car. Perfect play from BX. And Team Dakondin like a retard at the open. What is wrong with I continue? That is like a 0. Why would you push and run around in the open at the last second, jumping around like a little kid in the open? What is wrong with you? He completely thrown the chicken dinner to the Continental. They didn't even have to go for multiple kills, and the Continental has completely secured the kills and won the chicken dinner. I have no idea what I continue was doing. He probably was on drugs while making that push. That was such a bad push right there, completely throwing the whole match. The whole chicken dinner for just getting 1 kill. That is unfortunating, but though they ended up with 7 kills, and VX Aussie pulling off that carry for Team The Continental, and they were able to land 4 kills. Well played to Team Gawa for surviving for so long. I thought they'd be dead early on, but now we're going on a short break, and we'll be back with another match. লাগতেছে, সব প্লেয়ারই খেলা উড়াইতেছে, তো অনেক ভালো লাগতেছে জিনিসটা। পার্টিকুলারলি আনপ্রেডিক্টেবল ফ্যাক্টরটা ক্রেজি রাতে, প্রেডিক্টই করতে পারতেছি না কোন টিম জিতবো বা কোন টিম জিতবো না, বিকজ so because of that unpredictable factor. Okay, guys, welcome back to Bangladesh Royal Championship Season 3. This is the last match, the match number 3. And this tournament is being hosted by Team BDX and sponsored by BDX Team. So, y'all make sure to show some love. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to join the Discord server. The links are provided down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. This community is trying to drop monthly tournaments, and not only that, monthly events, to make sure the players are always busy with something to play around, and the community is trying to grow. So make sure to show some love. Without some support, the community won't be able to grow. And now we can see that Bangladesh Falcons and Bangladesh Vipers, BDX Vipers, are very close to one another. At the same time, teamed up for the win at Novo alongside different team. Fights can happen very close. Fights can happen any moment. Seems like our Alvin Monster chose not to take the fight. Same time, we can see the gun. Now we can see that Agent Whiskey has the gun, while Assassino and others don't have the gun. But they got the track. Nice shot on the wheels. And nice kill on the back right there. That was a very important player. And instantly counter attack also loses his health. And wow, Team Bangladesh Falcons has taken a huge hit. A huge major hit, losing 2 players instantly early on. And Lucifer still not reloading his M249. I have no idea why is it push from Alvi, but completely flubs the shot, but still knocks out Agent. In the whole fight, what is going on? Between Bangladesh Falcon, instant comeback right here. Route Skyward, Agent Whiskey, and Alvin Monster 10. What just happened with Bangladesh BDX? They were winning the whole fight, and they just ended up losing the whole fight somehow. What a play from counterattack and Lucifer 420. I'm quite surprised they were able to do that 1v
এটার মধ্যে
2v3
যাইব
situation. Now they're already fighting against Assassino.
বুঝাই
Assassino
দেবো
needs
তারে
to be careful. Lucifer 420 isn't a very
লাইভ
weak player, to say the least.
এটাতে ক্যাপচার কার্ড দিয়ে ওটার মধ্যে ক্যাপচার করবো, তাহলে আমার এখানে কোনো লেটেন্সি থাকবে না।
Assassino POV তে যান। পারভেজ ভাই, একই বলি।
ভালো মনিটর লাগবে।
But he gets taken down instantly by Lucifer 420 and somehow annihilated the whole BDX.
Vertical.
PDF is still alive.
Vertical.
They need to go for instant recall right now. And Lucifer is the final player surviving the whole team, and they need 3 of the players
না না ওয়াইড
to think about winning this match at least.
অবশ্যই ওয়াইড।
BDX very
Huh?
stinker and very sad from match right here.
24
They were instantly dominating BDX.
24 ইঞ্চি
But as soon as 3 of the players went down in that situation,
হারু আমি লাইভ হ্যাঁ
24 ইঞ্চি গুলো রেটিনা 4K OLED
কত টাকা?
1515 ইঞ্চি গুলো কত আপনার 14-15 টাকা
এটা দেখাইছ তো, তাহলে তো সেই হয়। ওডি দিয়ে আমার লাইভ করে না,
মানে ওডি হইছে ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার
obviously
আচ্ছা,
Arif
আচ্ছা।
1971 with that shot. Arif 1971 needs to take away, somebody needs to take away his driving license. This man
কত
doesn't know how
আমি
to
25 করে
drive
দিয়েছি
at
আমি
all.
আপনার
He
34
messed up
করে
his whole
বন স্ট্রিটে আমি
পর
buggy
পরে
for
দেখতেছি
the third time in this tournament. We have
19
seen him
কত
drive like
19
an
8 জিবি র্যাম 256
madman and lose his life or his teammates' life multiple times. He risked that with his driving. Somebody needs to take away his license. He doesn't deserve to drive, especially in tournaments, at least. What a bad driving from RF 1971. I still can't expect he ended up losing his whole life just because of that buggy flip. Told everyone needed to be careful with their driving. They cannot just drive like madmen and expect to save themselves, because in tournament every player is looking for rotating players if they're also already inside the zone. And what driving from cyanides just reminded me a scene from Doom 3 or Doom 2, something like that. So in the movie, if you all don't know. But either way, nice stunt from cyanides. Good old GTA Vice City days. Now we can already see there might be a fight going between the old guys club near Milta alongside NHK. The fight can happen any moment, though there is a stalemate, but the fight is very close. Seems like they are trying to close the distance between one another. Milta still looks to be in a stalemate as old guys are trying to figure out where the enemies are. But they have a lot of dead ground to cover if they want to engage in a fight between Team Nighthawks. So far, Zergstein is trying to scout out the enemies from the city's middle side, the inner part of the Mildew. And while the outer ends are trying to figure out where the enemies are at, NHK Sakib instantly gets a huge headshot on Ajmer. And this isn't looking good for Old Guys Club, as NHK is trying to pressurize from the dead ground, as I believe. This isn't good because dead ground is quite hard to cross, and if they got caught in the crossfire, they will be completely annihilated. And Kaiser needs to be careful right now. His head was exposed instantly. Stream on the Discord live. Corruption right there early on. The game obviously crashed. Time. Kaizen versus Sotkia. Najmir gets a knockout right there, but Ensitaki instantly finished off by Camper 1. So trying to take advantage on Farabi Pranto, finishes off Farabi Pranto. Team Syndicate doesn't look like in a good state. And Kaizen trying to go for pressure. Needs to be careful with the TPP and the FPP. Takes shots from the back. Be careful right now. Catches him with the mistake. And Hitman needs to be careful. Pressurized from the back. Hitman barely survives. Ajmer. Pressurized. Ajmer gets a knockout on Hitman instantly. Overexposing Hitman and then going for the fight. Now the fight still hasn't ended. All guys clubs certainly under a lot of pressure since Ajmer still has 2 kills under his belt. Still the fight is going on as Rupak is still alive. Zarkstein over right there, and what a play from Zarkstein, completely going for a 360 turn and going for the finish on Rupak and going for a recoil control and gun control. Perfect play from Zarkstein, and that was a clean victory. Though they ended up losing 2 players, but they can and I hope they're doing it fast. 2071 Esports. Last round we saw Icon completely throwing the match for their team, completely throwing the chicken dinner right there. So hopefully Icon won't be making mistakes like that, because at this point it's kind of disgraceful for the tournament lobby. We can see BD71 Esports is trying to take shots at Blitz. They are taking shots to make sure the distance is valued. They're keeping the distance between the enemies. Tofik is carrying a Panzer. Oh my god, and Tofik goes for ego pick right there and takes the damage. And this could be a bad luck, as Blitz Alpha does have the chance to push. Blitz Alpha doesn't take the advantage though. I feel like they could do better if they are able to knock out one more enemy. They could pressurize the enemy, because TPP isn't best for pushing enemies and covering huge distances. And now this trying to seek out enemies from the middle. It seems like we're going to be able to see much from his POV. Enemies aren't nearby him, but Team Frenzy is lurking close by Blitz Alpha. At any moment, Blitz Alpha could take a huge hit if they aren't careful. The fight is coming more and more closer to an end. The Duck Continental, the winner of the last round. They did get 4 kills. Thanks to Icon completely throwing, running around in the. They did secure a clean victory. The BDX Obsidian might be pissed off for losing another chicken dinner right there. Rizzler X9 completely fluffed his shot, but unfortunately, fight in that close range against the shotgun isn't going to be the best valuable fight, to say the least. Fight has still reached a stalemate, but they only exchanged 1 bullet to one another. Erangel and Miramar are much more familiar maps compared to other maps. And Burgundy possibly. Players love to see good old Erangel into play. Just from the 18 gets a clean headshot once again on Sir Zeus. Sir Zeus might be attracting Blitz Alpha all the time, as this is the 3rd time in a 3rd match in a row Sir Zeus got finished off the Blitz Alpha's player. Cowboys going for a rotation. Can they take advantage of it? No, they couldn't. and Cyanide ended up losing his Dacia. The Dacia is faster than Cyanide, and yes, he lost the Dacia. The Dacia has completely left the chat. The Dacia has jumped the cliff. He has lost the Dacia, and Cyanide takes few hits, barely survives, but needs to realize that they ended up losing a car, and they cannot be risking multiple cars. They do have multiple cars, but not worth risking. Joker 1820 just knocked out iFlag with his car. What a team player. And now going for revive on the open. Kind of embarrassing knocking your own teammate out, especially in tournament situations. That can be very dangerous if you're caught in the open. Now we can see a fight happening. And Reza X9 finishes off Kayadimu, and Whisper finishes off Kalabai. Kayadimu knocked out Whisper, but at the same time, what a headshot from Reza X9. Wow,
Whisper,
right
whisper.
there. Reza X9, second kill right there. And Team BDX Obsidian looking extremely strong. 4 strong kills under their belt. 2 coming from Whisper and 2 coming from Reza X9. All they have to do is go for that rotation as fast as possible as phase 4 is coming into the play. Now we can see Team Z-Force, iFlank, and Joker 1820 trying to find a hard cover or a building if possible. They did go for a late rotation, and now they're kind of struggling to find a hard cover inside of the circle. Our stream crash was again. Short play. eliminated. Players have been eliminated. We're watching Team Zedfos have been eliminated. We are watching too many fights happening at the same time. And someone has been eliminated. Sorry again, guys. It's not our fault. It's technical difficulty. We're trying to fix it. It seems like we cannot fix this situation. It seems like it needs more delicate approach.
কারে
Times better because
কোথায়
this time you all have to
ঢাকাতে
take it down.
কারো আমি লাইভের মধ্যে তুই আয়া আমার ডিস্টার্ব করছে
They are trying to
আচ্ছা আরে লাস্ট ম্যাচটা চলতেছে আমার
stay alive. Top 1 at least to get the spot.
তুই আমার দূরে নিবি না
Call from I continue, but quite predictable when it comes to results. These are Alex takes down everyone, and all that finally have been eliminated. Seems like they have the higher ground, except for these still have their cover. And it seems like the one no predictions cannot be given for the zone because it's quite a either way. Keywords is one or it could go either way. One of the wow, the alpha has so that would be disadvantage players and pressurize from directions, and that doesn't seem like a very good situation to be in, especially in a top 5 situation in this very close zone. Don't have all the I said too many teams have taken fights with one another and annihilated the that little chat. Frenzy needs to be careful right now. Doesn't seem like Okay, we're back after a little maintenance instantly. Now we can see that I continue still inside of the building. This time he isn't throwing for his team. He's making sure to cover his team as much as possible without getting knocked out. Staying inside the building. Good call from I continue. All he has to do is just survive. Him surviving there inside that building alone is a pressure for Blitz Alpha. If I continue realizes that, that will be the best thing. Ritos betak dilo. Now Hotshot has created himself more of a ground space. Good call from I continue though. He's still not peaking. This would be extremely disadvantageous if I continue dies. BD71 Esports will completely be helpless. Currently, I continue is the only reason why Blitz Alpha isn't able to make any pressurizing play against BD71 Esports. And what a pressure play right there instantly from I continue. You know, those damage, those little beats, those little damages are more than enough for
হ্যাঁ ভাই
destroying the morale
হ্যাঁ
from
ভাই
Blitz Alpha. That's what you gotta do. Be an
লাইভ চলতেছে ওইটা ভুলে ইয়া এখন চলতেছে
seems
দেখেন
like he tried something and completely didn't work. Icon has been spotted just before going down. Icon needs to be a little pressurizing. He's being extremely pressurized. Careful now, Icon. Don't get knocked out in that gunfight. Extreme pose there is a shot play. I continue still surviving. All I continue needs to do is just stay alive and create pressure. He doesn't need to fight. He doesn't need to engage. He doesn't need to look from that ridge above. He doesn't need to do anything. All he has to do is just stay there and create pressure by staying alive. This is more than enough for Blitz Alpha to completely ruin their gameplay. Now Silence did make a huge cross and is in a perfect location too. He cannot be spotted by Blitz Alpha. And at the same time, he's covered with that rock from BD71 Esports too. BD71 Esports doesn't. It seems like BD71 Esports are throwing the match once again at Evil Spray Whitey with his garbage driving. I told everyone to take away his driving license. Why is this man still driving? He literally flipped his car for the fourth time in this tournament. Why is Evil Spray Whitey driving? He's good with gun spray. That is more than enough. You don't need to drive. Let someone else drive the car. You are allergic to driving properly, Evil Spray Whitey. Please learn your mistakes. You cannot drive. Take away your own driving license from PUBG, please. Just throwing multiple matches for your own team by driving like that garbage. Need to stop that. Just embarrassing for you. And Revenant gets instantly knocked out. Clean headshot from Hotshot. Revenant needs to be careful. They are in a nadeable position. If Hotshot knows how to throw a clean grenade, just like Deadshot FTW, they will be connecting that grenade instantly. Though Revenant gets obviously been eliminated as I continue gets finished off by Silence. This is a battle between BDX, up for the win, and Blitz Alpha. Silence gets some clean knockout on Malufu. Hopefully, Malufu won't be able to be revived by Hotshot or anybody else. Cars behind. Seems like Blitz Alpha is certainly feeling the pressure right now. Hotshot goes for a clean knockout on Revenant once again. Revenant needs to be careful. Pushing randomly. Mirmahin with a nice finish on Malufu right there. And Chris gets knocked out by Mirmahin. Teamed up for the win currently. Looks like they are going to go for the win since they are in a 1v4 situation against Blitz Alpha. And Hotshot is making a comeback. Nice headshot and body shot from Hotshot. And Mirmahin was knocked out. And Revenant also knocked out. Hotshot making a clean comeback right now. Can Hotshot win this 1v4 situation? Hotshot goes for a finish on Revenant. Hotshot goes right by the zone. Hotshot goes for a knockout on Silence. And Hotshot gets taken down. Hotshot nearly pulled off a 1v3 but gets finished off, and BDX up for the win. Gets the clean victory with 11 kills, 2 kills under Exile's build. Exile with 3 kills, Revenant with 3 kills, and Mirmine with 3 kills. What an ending for the whole tournament of day 3, but they were magnificent when it came to the ending and finishing. Archer tried his best, knocked out 3 players, but unfortunately he only ended up with 1 kill and couldn't even get the finishes, and that being the reason why they only ended up with 6 points, 2 kill points and 4 placement points. BD71 Esports, like always, we saw Evil Spray YT driving like shit, and RF1971 also driving like shit, and multiple throws in the whole match ended up giving them third spot only. They ended up getting the runners up last round, but this time around they did play better. They did learn from their mistake, but that driving was atrocious, and they need to stop driving. They're literally not good with driving. They do not know how to drive a car. They need to stop that.
রিচু
Team Frenzy with a
আজকে
sleeper of a match.
আজকের যে আমাদের যে 3টা ম্যাচ, যেটা আমরা 4টা করে হওয়ার কথা ছিল, যে 3টা হবে কালকে, এটা বলে দিও।
হ্যাঁ ওটা
হুম,
আগে খেলা
ওকে
নিয়ে
ওকে, আমি একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করলাম, সরি।
সমস্যা Now, Team Frenzy with 7 kills under their belt, Dead Blast having 1, and Squeeze Out Alex having half of the kills, 3 kills. Squeeze Out Alex really had a sleeper of a match, and Montesif with 1 kill, and Noki before was the last player alive in their team. He tried his best, but what else can you do? You're caught in the middle, inside of a shack, so you're extremely unlucky. Your teammates have died in the open. There's nothing else you could have done. 4th spot was the best you could do, and that was quite unlucky for Team Frenzy, but hopefully they will be able to make a comeback on the day 4, which will be the last day. The BDX Obsidian with 6 kills, Saint Villain with 1 kill, Whisper with 2 kills, Reza X9 with 2 kills, and Roy Sobi with 1 kill. They played better than most of the matches they have played previously, and well played to BDX Obsidian for climbing the ranks as soon as possible. Old Guys Club with 9 kills under their belt, Ajmer having 3 kills and Kaizen having 3 kills. What a play from them. They were completely clutching in that milder situation, and Zergstein with a complete clean spray, and they were able to clutch the whole situation in Melta. BDX Z-Force, they were having a roll at the start of the tournament, but they ended up dropping significantly at the 9th spot with 3 kills, Joker 1820 with 2 kills, and Team Kawa made a comeback eventually, even though they had a stinker of a startup at the first match and the second match, but Team Kawa with 6 kills under their belt. Not bad play from them, but this is the end of today's tournament, day 3, season 3, and we'll be back with another tournament match tomorrow. But for now, this is the end. This has been Nidov, your commentator. Welcome to Bangladesh Royale Championship Season 3 once again, guys. This tournament is being hosted by BDX team and sponsored by BDX team. Thanks for sticking with us throughout this whole tournament, and we'll be seeing you guys with another match tomorrow. So please stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join our link down description. Make sure to join the Discord, especially because we are trying to drop tournaments and events every month possible.